Hey, welcome to the channel. I'm Musically Malnourished, and you're on my journey to go deep and wide in discovering new music and artists. We are in the 2023 album from Sleep Token called Take Me Back to Eden. This is track number 2, titled The Summoning. Now, I have heard this song. It was the first song I ever heard. The first song I ever heard from Sleep Token, which put them on my radar, made me want to launch into this journey through all of their discography. And I have a pretty good grasp on where it goes. I have listened to it a few times since I first heard it, but it's been a minute, especially since I started going through all of their other music. So looking forward to getting back into it. And so we'll listen, make a few comments along the way. Then you'll have a chance to click into a second video, which I don't think I did in my last one. And if I did, I definitely didn't have any context for what was going on. Have a little bit better of a grasp of Sleep Token's lyrics. Not a great one, I will admit, but we're working it out together. So we'll have a second video called The Second Course, where we do a deep dive into the lyrics and meaning behind the music. And if you're interested in dessert, you can head over to Patreon. It's just $5. Gives you access to everything we have over there, a large library of videos, a growing library of Sleep Token content, including the live version for this song, as well as a special video of 2 drumming from the Drumeo channel. So feel free to check that out, but let's get in and give The Summoning a listen. I don't even remember it starting out this hard. Okay, I don't remember this song at all. What a masterpiece, dude. Good old chugga chugga, dude. I do remember there's a big switch up in here. So beautiful, man. Like distant piano melody. Yeah, dude.
Did I mistake you for a sign from God? Or are you really here to cut me off? Or maybe just to turn me on? 'Cause these days I would be lying if I told you that I didn't wish that I could be your man, or maybe make a good girl bad. I've got a river running right into you. I've got a blood trail, red in the blue. Something you say or something you do. The taste of the divine. You got my body, flesh and bone. The sky above, the earth below. Nothing to say and nowhere to go. The taste of the divine.
Oh my gosh, dude. Okay. Wow. Let me gather my thoughts. It's interesting. So that is the first thing I ever heard from Sleep Token. And I remember it was unlike anything I had heard. And they're just flexing on you in this whole song, dude. And I didn't remember anything up to the last part that I think takes everybody by surprise. And I am now in the place that probably many of you have been in for quite some time, that I'm like, dude, I wish I could go back to the time before I heard that song in one sense, because now I'm glad that I am listening to Sleep Token's music. But to not see that coming, like there are movies I wish I could go back and not know what was going to happen just to experience that feeling all over again. And The Summoning is one of those songs. But it's also so interesting because it is a really great introduction to Sleep Token. And obviously I still have this entire album, and I also have Even in Arcadia to see what all they do. But I wouldn't say this song, at least up to this point, is indicative of their whole library. I think it puts their talents on display. And here's what I'll liken it to. If you've listened to City Walls from 21 Pilots, that's the equivalent to me. I'm not saying that the Summoning or City Wall, like the Summoning, I'm not saying is the best thing from Sleep Token, although it's pretty dang great. And I'm not saying City Walls is the best thing from 21 Pilots, but it puts their talents on display. You know, like City Walls with 21 Pilots, you've got screaming, you've got rap, you've got just killer beats and great lyricism. And so, in the same thing, but also if you dig into 21 Pilots library, man, the songs are just there's so many variations and different sounds and curveballs and all kinds of music. And then the same with Sleep Token is the Summoning puts so many of their talents on display, and just the ability that you do find in a lot of their music of kind of shifting into these different moods and these different genres within one song. Obviously, Vessel's vocal ability, Tu's drumming ability, the atmosphere. But then if you start digging into all of their library, you find just such a variation of music. But man, I forgot just how awesome this song is. I have the vinyl, and now I get to go put it on, so I'm only going to do that. Wow. Okay. Well, listen, if you do want to actually see my very first time ever hearing that, you can find it on the channel. I had the visualizer up because I thought it was a music video, and I wasn't really sure what to expect the whole time. So you can feel free to find that. But if you want to join us in the second course, you can click right over here. We'll do a deep dive into the lyrics and meaning behind the music. Let me know your thoughts on this one in the comments. Thanks for being with me. Hope to see you in the next one, because we're eating good.